I've got some of this Char gluten-free ciabatta bread, and I'm going to make a sandwich. I'm going to use some kabocha squash. I'm going to use some tomato. My tomato looks a little sad. And I've got sunflower sprouts and just mayo, and that's what's going to be in my lunch box today. With I'm going to probably have some veggie soup with it. Two really cool things I got this Christmas was this one cup. My son Calvin gave that to me. It's from, I just washed it, it's wet. Kiki's Delivery Service. It's like my favorite Miyazaki film. And this is the cup that Kiki bought when she was out on the town with Gigi. That's a picture of Gigi, her cat. And then I found these the other night out at FLM Chocolate Factory. For some reason they were selling seeds. And they had these Padron chili pepper seeds, which this is a specialty that they serve in Spain, and I haven't seen these seeds anywhere in the U.S., so I was really glad to find these. I'm going to be planting those in March. Hey everybody, Kat here, Vegas Fruity. Okay, so I'm sorry about the light. I know it's like super dark. You can hardly see my face at all, but the sun's going down. I'm actually facing it so that I can get every last bit of light, but I'm on my way to the store right now. And I can't make this at home because the kids are too loud and they're kind of crotchety today because they're not feeling good. My husband's not feeling good, so it's just, you know, the kids are really loud and they keep interrupting me. So here I am making a video. Anyway, I wanted to do this recap of 2015. And before we ring in the 2016 New Year out here in Las Vegas, where everybody's sick here right now, so we really can't celebrate too much out there. But we're pretty happy being home and, you know, watching Twilight Zone and, you know, just spending it there. I just wish everybody was well. But anyway, so to recap some things of 2015, there were some challenges and some, I don't know, different things that that I went over, changes and challenges that I had this past year. As far as fitness goes, I would say I tried some new things. Every year I try to try something new every year. And so this past year it was training for the Dragon Boat race and then doing the boat races, which is very exciting for me. I thought that was really great. I'd like to do more of that in the future, so I'm really looking into that. Number two, I was able to meet and train with and perform with a new dance troupe for belly dancing, and they were very nice, and it was just, that was exciting as well. Then I had to take a step back for health reasons from some of that, but I was really happy to be able to perform again. That was really nice. Overall, I'm very happy that I stayed active. So I was true to myself in that. I kept on trying new things. I went back to inline roller skating a little bit. And then, you know, just some different things. In the past, I've, you know, trained for marathons and did that. And so I don't know what's going to be coming in the new year, but I want to do something new. And I'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, so health-wise, I did have some challenges. Those of you who've been with me know that, you know, I'm 49 this year, and I found out, I was reminded of actually having the genetic form of high cholesterol, which I had to get under wraps. And so dealing with medication and dealing with health, you know, and trying to do it naturally and blah, 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 ended up really getting a handle on that. So that was all kind of a journey in itself. And then you also know I also had to deal with the H. pylori infection in my gut and my stomach area. That was a huge ordeal, and had to go on a lousy bunch of antibiotics for that, which I'm still paying for now, which is why I think I got this super bug, which has been with me for about a month now, because, you know, I've just been on so many antibiotics over this last year. So that was with, you know, I came through there, and actually, you know, I want to tell you, I'm not grateful for having that infection, but I'm grateful for the growth that comes through, you know, going through times like that, because I actually feel that, you know, I've always been pretty gluten intolerant. I'm
pretty severely lactose intolerant, but after the infection and getting that cleared up, I seem to be able to tolerate gluten a little bit more. So that was real interesting. And then on top of that, I had a hormonal challenge because of being in menopause. I actually found that I needed to address bioidentical hormones in my body and get those replaced. And once those were replaced, I'm actually doing quite well, better than I've been doing in years. So I'm very grateful for that. That was also a big change. Let's see, big changes this year. Oh, you know, I wanted to talk to you about this, and I'm sorry it's so dark. I don't think this light's gonna, that's not gonna help at all. Anyway, okay, so and this at the beginning of this year of 2015, I remember telling myself, you know, there are some things that I just wished for, and some of those things, those changes that I wished for, had to do with where I was living. It was a very nice home that we were living in last time, but you know, there were some things that I was really missing. There wasn't good light that came into the home in different areas that I really that were kind of crucial, I felt, to my well-being. I wanted a certain amount of light in my bedroom, and I wanted light to come throughout the house, and I really needed that. And so I found myself wishing for that, wishing for a larger yard for the kids, because you know, they kind of meandered around the little tiny yard that we had, and it was just, you know, kind of depressing. And it was just a different way of life. We were so much more cityfied, and coming from a rural area, my husband and I were both wishing for, you know, something else. And it's funny, people are just like slowing down and looking and staring. That's funny. Anyway, and so instead of just wishing upon the changes, I actually started to make the changes and started to look for other homes that met the criteria. Of course, you know, pray about those things and the changes that I needed, and actively just keep moving in that direction. You know, the next thing was to put our house up for sale, and just kept taking steps. You know, started packing, started cleaning things out and getting rid of things, and moving in the direction. And eventually, you know, the miracle happened, and we did find the house that met all the criteria that we wanted. We wanted a place that we would be allowed to have chickens, that was large enough to have chickens. We've got that. We've got the sun that I was looking for. We've got the space in the back of the house. So, you know, just thanking the Lord for all those things. And you know, when you want to make a change in your life, move in that direction. Don't just keep wishing upon it. You know, and I'm a big advocate for prayer, but I also think that you have to move in that direction. You have to take a step of faith, and you have to move your life in the direction that you want to go in the direction that you're praying for, that you're hoping for. And so I'm just really grateful that it did work out in that way. So really, you know, just huge, you know, rejoicing over those changes this last year. Also socially, I did step away from certain acquaintances and certain, you know, friends, I guess, that I needed to step away from for a while. Not a whole lot, but just a few, mostly like on Facebook, or, you know, some relatives that I really want my circle to be built up. I mean, I think that we should all, you know, consciously be making a change in our life where we're surrounding ourselves with people who build us up and who make us feel greater than ourselves, not less than ourselves. And when you find out that you're, you know, around people who are making you feel less than who you are, I think that we need to, you know, think about those changes and how you can go about maybe making that better, you know. So I don't regret those. I did not burn bridges, so to speak, that are like, you know, too hard to get back to. So I kind of left it in a way that perhaps maybe if, you know, if we could start up again, maybe it'll be on more positive circumstances. So at least that's what I think anyway. So Anyway, and then on that, I wanted to say thank you to everybody who's been watching this whole last year, and all the people that, the new viewers and the viewers that have been sticking with me through thick and thin, because you guys, y'all are a real big part of my life, and you've just blessed me hugely this year, and you're part of the reason why that helps propel me forward to make the changes that I want to make in myself, and to make the change that I want to be in the world. So I've made a lot of vegan friends. I made a lot of friends who are like in transition, or people who are not there yet, you know, but who are listening and you know, lifting me up, because it's important to me. So I appreciate that. And so I just want to, you know, say thank you and bless you all for doing that. This next year, I want to talk quickly about the goals that I have for 2016. And so far, you know, just real quick, what I want to do is I want to refocus this channel and just kind of like keep it, you know, I don't know, refining it and it's still evolving. And so I want to refocus it and, you know, just kind of keep it positive and refocus and make sure that I'm staying healthy. And I want to get more away from the vegan junk foods and more on to, you know, a healthy lifestyle. I want to make sure that I refine those things a bit. And also what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to actually be starting another channel as well, because those of you who've been with me for a while know that my faith is very important to me, and so that channel is going to be focused on that. And so you know, you're all welcome to come along and visit me there when that's up and running. I'll let you know, and if you want to check that out, you can. But let's see, also I wanted to make sure I invest in the existing relationships that I have, and that is the people that I've met on YouTube, my new friends, and also my family and my extended, you know, family members and the friends that I have that are not on YouTube world that are important to me. I want to make sure that I reach out and I continue to build those up, because those are really important to me. Also, I'm going to be planting a garden this year, so I can't wait to share that with you. Also reshaping the yard in the new home and making that, you know, what we want to see. I'm going to try a new fitness sport. I don't know what that's going to be just yet. I've had some ideas. If you have any ideas for me, shoot them out, because I'm open to almost anything. Take a couple of continuing ed classes. I have a bachelor's degree. I do want to go back and get my master's, but I'm not sure I want to do that now or just take something else that interests me. So, but I do want to commit to taking at least a couple of classes during this year to move in that direction and invest in my future. So I will be doing that. And then also I want to take time for my artwork to develop that again. And, you know, I do, my background is in teaching art, photography, sculpture, printmaking, mixed media, you name it. You know, I've done a lot. I've also done painting, but I'm not a real big fan of painting. I don't think that I have the patience for it. But I don't mind using paint in my mixed media. But anyway, that's another topic for another time. I wanted to just say Happy New Year to everybody, and I can't wait to start out a new year with everyone. Thank you to everybody. Love y'all, and just Happy New Year. See you guys.
She's